Hello guys. So today we have something a little bit different and very vulnerable for me. It's very special and I thought I would share it with you guys because it's a story of how I actually started drawing human beings. And it's a story of a person who has a really huge love of character design and storytelling and visual storytelling, and that person happened to play Dragon Age, and I really like it. I really like it a lot. This is a nerd alert. I am warning you that there will be a lot of Dragon Age lore and stuff discussed in this video, so if you want to put on some calming ASMR in the background or something, that's cool. But we're going to get deep into the nerd life, and we're going to go deep into the psyche of a girl gamer. But yeah, so the characters in the series by BioWare are just amazing, and watching the YouTube videos, if you love art and you love character design, if you watch the YouTube videos that their various designers do, like they do talks at different universities and stuff, and it's amazing. I warned you guys, I'm nerdy. But anyway, I actually really wanted to learn to draw some of the fan art, and I don't draw people. People are hard. Everyone knows that people are really difficult to draw, and I don't know, for me, I mean, my passion is animals, so I've never really felt the urge to draw people, and I just needed to draw these characters. I really wanted to draw them, and I started doing some Skillshare stuff and all sorts of things, and I didn't really draw anyone in particular until this person. And she is, as you may have guessed by the ears, not actually a human anyway. She is an elf. But the reason that she's so special to me is because a very dear friend of mine decided that he would take a ton of his very valuable time and host a birthday party for me that was, I don't know, like 5 D&D sessions, but with Dragon Age lore as the backing, and he just like went deep into the life, and he created everyone's characters, and he created a whole world and a whole story because he was a dungeon master, and he is, dude, a real life hero, and it was amazing, and it was just one of the nicest things that anyone has ever done for me, because it was so much work. Because you don't even understand. Like, he basically rewrote an entire game for me just because. And then I had all my friends come over, and like, I don't know, it was like me and my imaginary friend Ted. But yeah, no, I had my nerdy friends. I have some non-nerdy friends, and they went for like drinks and, I don't know, normal people things, and they're cool in their own way, but they're not cool the way my nerdy friends are cool. And we just played the game away, and it was really amazing. So her name, which was also created by my dungeon master, was Ashel'lyneth Lyanan. And she was so great, and he also I mean, he really can one-up me on the sassiness, because he decided that one of my character's key traits would be that she doesn't bath, which is so not me, because yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty vain. I wish I wasn't, but I'm pretty vain, and I definitely bath. That's just who I am. And I'm not gonna lie, I was really upset at first, in a very, I don't know, in the way that you can only be upset with your friends when you know that they've seen something that you don't really want them to have seen, but you knew that they would because they're your friend. And yeah, I just was kind of upset, and eventually I just rolled with it, and it was actually really fun. I had a lot of fun just playing something that was so out of character. I mean she's an elf, but that was fine. That was cool. I could deal with that. So yeah, I don't know what it says about me that I'm more likely to be comfortable being a fantasy creature than not bathing. But yeah, we are who we are. No running from our past, right? Anyway, so if you guys have played Dragon Age, you'll know that especially in the second installment, which is kind of the black sheep of the family that no one wants to talk about, but they have a really cool art style for the elves in that, and it includes having really large eyes, a very straight but pronounced nose, and the ears. And the whole thing in the Dragon Age lore is that the elves are sort of, I don't know, it's nice. It's kind of like elves are, instead of like being the perfect ideal of a specimen that there are in a lot of things that don't involve Christmas and Rice Krispies. Yeah, like in Tolkien's world, they are just basically everything that humans could aspire to be. But in the Dragon Age lore, they're pretty much like second-class citizens, and they are just kind of very much looked down upon, and they don't really have a place anymore with the rise of humans, and they either kind of live in the cities in slums, or they kind of wander the woods as like nomadic tribes who are very strict about keeping their traditions and keeping their culture alive, which the city elves are less worried about, because the city elves are more worried about things like poverty. So it makes sense. It's just very strange. So anyway, I ended up being a city elf, and it was great because I got to be really angry at a whole bunch of people for like putting my people down, and got all antsy about the man. It was really, really fun. And yeah, you get some really cool things happening. So like one of the slurs is knife ears. So my character, because she's just kind of very proud of her heritage and really fed up that the world is treating her and her people this way, like she adorns her ears with like a whole bunch of jewelry just to remind everybody, with like the shimmeriness of it, that she is an elf, and also that she can have some level of wealth, which equates to some level of power and some level of autonomy, even though she's a rogue. So probably gotten through some ill means. And yeah, it was really interesting kind of thinking about how physical characteristics and physical parts of character design can really define a character and really play up something about them. So for example, I wrote something about the ears, and I said that I emphasize them, and the earrings represent that I have found wealth above the average elf, and to remind everyone that I have broken our chains and wear them in stark, dark jest and challenge. I also have a scar on my left cheek that I got from my mother's master. That was the day I ran away. I cover that in rings of gold to wear as a badge of honor, and to represent the stitches that I never received as an elf in the slums. And that's the kind of vibe it is, in Dragon Age they live a very second-rate citizen lifestyle, and it's very interesting having to empathize with the character because, I mean, obviously I never lived that life, and I'm very grateful that I didn't, but it's interesting to think about what that would do to a person, and how that would change sort of their morals, and how that would affect their understanding of different cultures and their interactions. And yeah, you start stereotyping, but you also start giving them quite a nice fleshed out character, especially if your friends are very aware of the stereotypes that you're like making, and they're like, no dude, are you sure that you would say that, kind of thing. It's really fun. And I'm still trying to get my friend to, I don't know, send a love letter to BioWare and just be like, you guys actually need me. You totally need me. The world would be a better place if he was doing some stories for just anyone, actually. But yeah, and it was fun, and it was vulnerable, and it was exciting, and I think that I really enjoyed creating this piece because to me, facing the fear of drawing a humanoid type creature was just so much, and to then show that piece of artwork to other people on a friendship level, which is somehow more difficult than just sending it out into the abyss. It was a very fantasy-like experience where I felt very brave, and I felt that friendship was very important in helping me achieve my goals. So yeah, so that's Ash. Her name is Ash, and that's how it ties into the prompt, if you were wondering how I got there. So yeah, did you guys rise from the ashes as phoenixes today or any other day of Inktober? I don't know, it's a very powerful thing to be vulnerable. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, love you, bye.